All right, shalom, shalom, Shabbat shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto the Heavenly Father, the Most High, our Creator and our Power, who the world ignorantly calls God. His name is Yahweh. In the name of His only begotten Son, our Lord, our Savior, and our Deliverer, the Messiah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. His name is Yahweh Shah. Call Halayam La, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, peace, blessings, and safety to the hopeful elect. All right, and shalom, this is Brother Abayah with another lesson through the spirit, power, and mercy of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah. Lord willing, I pray this lesson is edifying unto the elect. And pretty much this lesson is going to be entitled, To Be Dead to This World is to Be Alive, right? And, when we say alive, we mean really, being free. We really alive, spiritually. We're not alive necessarily in the flesh because, like, one thing Elder Apostle Gabar always says, we never actually experienced what it feels like to truly live. So, because we restricted. We still under the curses. We not free. We still in captivity. We still are subject to payments and, having to go to the oppressor, the enemy, for one of all things. We're not in sovereignty. We're not in the kingdom of heaven, ultimately. So we're not actually truly living right now. We're not actually able to fully experience and enjoy the things that the Lord gave us, which is really this whole world, right? The world was made for our sakes. But we are alive. At one point we was all dead. Us who have been blessed with this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, us who the Lord, opened up our minds and put this word into us. Once we became enlightened with this truth, we put off the old man. We were reborn. So now, that we've been reborn, now we're living. Excuse me. The scriptures call it the congregation of the dead, which really, is just that state of ignorance, that state of wickedness that we was in. We still sin, being in this flesh, but we not out there doing the same things we was once doing when we was ignorant, when we didn't have this truth. But not to get off topic, but to be dead to this world is to be alive, because us being reborn from that old man, being transformed from that old path that we was on, we leave behind the things that came with that life as well, that came with that old person, whatever that may be. The certain foods that we used to eat that wasn't acceptable according to the scriptures, the dietary laws, certain ways of life that we used to have, certain things we used to be into, certain people we used to hang around, certain, whatever it may have been, whatever your former life consists of. When we put those things away, that was the path of death, really. But I'm gonna start off with this. 1 Corinthians 7:31. This is in the NLT. It says, "Those who use the things of the world should not become attached to them." And we, it's many things in this earth, right, in this current world, that the flesh cleaves to, the flesh lusts after, and some things that we use and some things that we deal with is not necessarily off, but you can begin to care about those things too much to the point to where, like it says, you become attached to them. You begin to, pretty much in a way you worship those things. Like, for example, the one major thing, money. Money, like the scriptures say, money is a defense. Wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. So we need money. But money is of this world. So like it says, those who use the things of the world should not become attached to them. So just because we need money don't mean you should worship it and become so in love with it to the point to where you would do anything for it. Certain careers, certain career paths, which really, man, if you think about it, everything revolves around money, whether it be certain places you go, certain people you are around or that you aspire to be around, certain careers, certain foods, whatever it is, you pretty much you need money to obtain those things or to be around certain people, whatever it is. But it's certain specific categories, if you will, that you can become attached to those things. And even like I mentioned, certain careers, certain brothers have left behind certain careers that they was already in. Some brothers was pursuing certain careers and left off from that path to do the work, to serve Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Because we understand, once we come into this truth, if it's not meant to be, if the Lord don't want you, doing that, because you can't have one foot in, one foot out, you either got to leave off from those things and come fully into this, or, certain things, not saying that that's every brother's testimony, because it's certain things that brothers was into that they're still able to serve the Lord and do that career or have those certain paths that they was on, because it's not going off and it's not hindering the work. But the whole point is, the things that just think about whatever things that people are attached to. Things that deal with the flesh, things that deal with the senses. We're not to become attached to these things, because we understand. Let me keep reading. It says, "For this world as we know it will soon pass away," meaning the world as we know it right now is not going to always be like this. It's not always going to be, freedom and liberty. You're not always going to be able to go to the grocery store as you please and go to different concerts and things dealing with entertainment, going to the game. You're not going to be able to always do these things. So we got to be ready, first and foremost, mentally and spiritually to for that day to come. Yeah, we have to already be in the mindset, okay, well, eventually shit gonna get tight and we're not gonna be able to have access to society like we are now. And that's pretty much, you can look at it two ways. One way you can look at it is moving into the time of the hour of temptation, in which once the MOTB, which is the RFID microchip, the mark of the beast, once that's implemented and made mandatory, you're gonna have to make a choice whether you're gonna serve the enemy and receive his mark, which is gonna be a sign or pretty much a symbol of your servitude to this man, you accepting him as your God, or you're gonna continue to trust in and seek Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, the Most High, and his Son, and you're gonna deny that device, because it's gonna be made mandatory to get it, and if you don't get it, you're gonna be ostracized from society, and you're not gonna be able to have the same access to the grocery stores and your work and fuel for your car and so on and so forth. The bread and circus. You're not gonna have access to these things. But if you trust in the Lord, you're not gonna be bothered or moved by that denial of that access to those things, because you trust in the Lord and you already had it in your mind that this was gonna happen. So it's nothing, because you ain't had no attachment. You didn't have any strings to the things of this world. So the expectation already being there, it makes that hour of temptation easier. But for somebody who's caught up in the entertainment, somebody that watches sports every weekend and every season, they keep up with the players and they keep up with stats, and somebody who loves going out to the club, and they gotta have it. They gotta have that scene. They gotta be in the scene. Gotta get some money. Gotta grind and get to the bag. People who are attached to those things, they gonna have it rough, man. When they begin to be strict, or when they begin to stricken the access for those things, these people gonna have it hard. People who love food, they're gonna have it hard when famine hits. And we literally have to detach from everything, man. We have to detach from shelter. We have to detach ultimately, right? To just sum it all up, we got to detach from comfort, because the things that this world offers you is really dealing with comfort. Again, the things that deal with the senses. And like it says, for this world as we know it will soon pass away, right? And that's one aspect of it. Again, talking about the hour of temptation, but the bigger picture is after the hour of temptation, the destruction. When Yahweh Shah returns and when the Lord put the spirit on these different nations to shoot those missiles, man. Hey, this place, America, is gonna be wiped out. It's gonna become desolate. And all of this fun and entertainment and do as you will, everything that this place gives you access to, all this shit gonna be wiped out. It's gonna be a new world, a new age that we're gonna enter into. This current age that we in is gonna be obsolete. So again, to be dead to this world is to be alive, because we gotta detach ourselves mentally and spiritually first and foremost from this world. We can't detach physically because it's nowhere to go. That's gonna happen when Yahweh Shah comes and establishes the kingdom of heaven. But right now we detaching mentally and spiritually, so that we don't care about this place failing. We want America to fail. We want this current kingdom to come to an end. This kingdom is not beneficial for us. When your enemy is in power over you, it's not beneficial for you. So we want this to come to an end, because when Yahweh Shah establishes his kingdom, all our enemies that have oppressed us, they're going to be up under our feet. That's what we want. But we know we got to go through a period of temptation, a period of difficulty first. All right, 2 Corinthians 4:18 says, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. And that's more the reason to not be attached to this world. To pretty much, when you say you're dead to the world, pretty much you're not in the same mindset, in the same spirit as the people of this world. These people, they hurt because things ain't the same as it was 4-5 years ago. People are hurt. People are, they in a state of distress, man. Because you can't, money is not as powerful as it used to be. Food ain't the same. Things is changing. Because it just said, the things which are seen are temporal. Even all of this luxury stuff, these cars, these clothes, even these hoes, man, everything is temporal. It's temporary, because it's a part of this world. And I just read the fashion of this world, meaning the likeness, right? The ways of this world is temporary. It's gonna eventually come to an end, and it's gonna be a new way of life. Okay, like the scriptures say, we look for a new heaven and a new earth, new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness, because right now only dwells wickedness, excess. So when it says you look at the things which are not seen, it means you focus. When you look at the things which are not seen, you're focusing on the things pretty much that are to come. Because right now we can't see the kingdom of heaven. We can't see, us being crowned. We can't see. Of course, we can imagine it, but as far as us physically seeing it, everything we see right now, this shit gonna be done away with. This building that I'm looking at, these trees, these cars, the money, jewelry, gold, silver, greenbacks, all that it's gonna be wiped away. But the things that are to come, we can't see it yet. But that's what our faith is in. We can't see the streets paved with gold. We can't see, us in those new bodies dwelling in righteousness, being able to perfectly serve the Lord. We can't see, that we can't see those things that come with the kingdom of heaven, man. We can't see it yet. All right, but those things that can't be seen yet, they still coming. And those things are going to endure forever, because it's going to be a part of the kingdom of Yahweh Shah, which is a kingdom without end. So the things right now is vain, because just like every other kingdom, this kingdom has to come to an end. This is going to be the most violent downfall of a kingdom that we've ever seen, because it's the last, this is going to be the last time that any peasant, any heathen is going to be able to rule over us. So it's going to be the worst. This is the worst rulership, the worst captivity we've been in. And it's going to be the worst going out, because they're going to give us hell. They're going to put hell on us. Colossians 3:1 I'm gonna get this in the NLT. All right. It says, since you have been raised to new life with Hamashiach, right? Us being, transformed by the renewing of our minds, putting off the mindset that we used to have and adapting this new mindset that's leading to life. Having the mind after the mind of Yahweh Shai, whose mind is after the mind of the Most High. It says, set your sights on the realities of heaven, right? The things which are not seen. It says, where Hamashiach sits in the place of honor at the Most High's right hand. Think about the things of heaven, not the things of earth, because the things of heaven, again, they're eternal. Those things are beneficial and profitable for us. The things in this world is harmful, is destructive, is unprofitable. Only thing that this current world, this current kingdom has to offer is whores, dirty money, dirty places, corrupt food, dirty water and air. It's just it's no good. We need the refreshing. We need that, pretty much that rejuvenation, man. And it's coming. It says, think about the things of heaven, not the things of earth. For you died to this life, and your real life is hidden with Hamashiach in the Most High. Right? The real us, the Lord sees the future. We have yet to see the manifestation of the kingdom of heaven, but the Lord already know how it is and how it's going to be. Only thing we can do is imagine and just hasten the day. But right now, we just have this corrupt flesh. We have the sins that come with this flesh, wicked thoughts. Again, all those things, the corrupt food and no fresh air, no clean water. So yeah, we dead to this life. I don't care how much money you try to offer. You can never buy happiness. You can never buy peace. The true peace, the true paradise that we're going to be given is going to be given by Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, not some white man in the office writing checks. Right? Which we know they not white for real. But you know what I'm saying? These Edomites. You can't write a check big enough to put me at ease, man. To have my mind free of worry. No, the kingdom of heaven is going to bring that. So right now, we are dead to this world, meaning we don't care about the things of this life, man. This is why we're grieved every day. We crying out. Part of that hastening is us praying that the Lord continue to shorten the days, so we don't have to deal with this no more, man. We got to work every day. You got to worry about issues at work, outside of work. You got to worry about being attacked when you sleep. You can go on and on and on, naming the things that we have to deal with. We understand this is not the end all be all. But what's after this, that's what we hastening for. It says, let me see. Yeah, that's pretty much it, verse 3. All right, Matthew 16 and verse 24, it says, then said Yahweh Shai unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, I mean, if you call yourself a follower and a servant of Yahweh Shai, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. Meaning you got to put yourself aside. You got to, and the world teaches you, hey, it's about me. It's about me. Self-made, worry about yourself. Hey, but this truth teaches you to be selfless. It teaches you to be humble. It teaches you to not only think about yourself. And hey, I'm going to speak for myself, and I'm just being honest, man. Hey, that's one thing that I still struggle with. Even when it comes down to asking brothers for help, because in the world, you used to doing things on your own. But you got to realize when you come into this truth, it's a body. Now you have genuine, sincere, trustworthy brothers that you can depend on. It's not just about you. It was never about us, but we come to realize that once we are enlightened. But you have to deny yourself, meaning, hey, the things that you may have pleasure in, the things that you may, that you may seek after, hey, sometimes you gotta put those things aside, or sometimes you gotta do away with things altogether. Certain things, depending on what it is, certain things you gotta put it off for a time. You gotta focus on what the Lord wants you to do, and those things will come after. Right? And it says, and take up his cross and follow me, right? That cross represents that affliction, that adversity that you're going to face being a follower of the Lord, because he went through his adversity, his persecution, his hate from these people, from the heathens and from his, fellow Israelites, from the temptation in the flesh, everything that comes with being in his flesh. We got to deal with it too, because we followers of him. We got to deal with the same thing he dealt with. Not on the same level, but according to our own flesh. It says, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it. And what is the form of saving your life? Being compromised, being bought. As the world call it, a sellout. If you cast away your integrity because you're getting a certain amount of money, if you, and it's a lot of that going on in Israel, meaning in those of the circumcision. It's a lot of compromised guys that they took a certain amount of money behind closed doors. They signed some contracts. They making deals with the devil, with the enemy, and they're subject to a certain lifestyle because of it. And that lifestyle is contrary to the Lord. They're really against Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. The things that they teach, it's not accurate, or it's wrong altogether, or they teaching you some right things, but they just leaving out certain things, right? They're shunning to declare the whole counsel of the Most High when you're not supposed to do that. That's handling the work of the Lord deceitfully, the word of the Lord deceitfully, and it's a grave judgment for that, man, punishment, right? But that's seeking to save your life. If you forsake doing this work to go, some guys may have certain opportunities that come, which is really Satan tempting you. Like the scriptures even say, Sirach 2:1. And thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. That's pretty much echoing what Yahushua said. If any man will come after me, let him deny himself. Right? Denying yourself, it pretty much goes hand in hand with temptation, because when you deny yourself of something that you want, something that you desire, that is you fighting temptation. Okay? And seeking to save your life is losing it. Because, let me continue. It says, for what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Because, again, this current world is going to pass away. So the things of this world is going to pass away. It's corrupt. The Lord is not in line with the Lord. It's corrupt. There's really no other way to say it. It's not in its perfection. It's not beneficial. If you go be a music artist right now, it's brothers that's real talented when it comes to music. If you go pursue a music career right now, what are you going to get out of that? Besides a lot of money, a lot of corrupt people trying to come take your money, women trying to slide up next to you and manipulate you. More worries. You just going to have more worries, and you're going to not be focused on Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. You're going to be losing sleep. The scriptures speak about that. A man that cares about his money, it drives away that sleep. You're going to have too many things to worry about. What am I going to buy? How am I going to save this money? How am I going to make more of it? What do I do with it? It's endless amount of troubles and worries that come with having a lot of money. So it's no point in having it right now until we can have that riches and that wealth, which is going to be true wealth, not just freaking paper and numbers on the screen. We're going to have true wealth, man. Cattle, land. We're going to have children. We're going to have gold, whatever. Which, those things is beautiful. Those things is amazing. But me personally, man, I want to be able to I want to be righteous first and foremost and be able to serve Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. I want to be in good health, which I'm in good health now, throughout y'all by some y'all shot, but I'm not in perfect health. I want to be in perfect health. I want to experience real sleep, real peace, real, not having no worries. We ain't experienced that, meaning we haven't lived. Right? So right now we're being made alive mentally and spiritually, but that physical is going to manifest in the kingdom. It says, let me see. Again, for what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? And what shall a man give in exchange for his soul, man? Just look at people like I'm just to name something most recently, because there's many names you can name, but most recently Diddy. You can say he didn't gain the world, man. He done made hundreds of millions of dollars, maybe even billions. He's reached a level in this world that a lot of people aspire to get to, that a lot of people will never get to, man. It's people that has died trying to get to the level that he's been on. But is he free? No. Is he safe? No. Is he at peace? No. Is he in good health? I'm willing to bet he's not. You can go on and on, but what are you really profiting? What are you really gaining by gaining the world? Just really more corruption. So the things that we able to have in this world, we're gonna, the world these people in this world, they can have it for now, because we're gonna get everything anyway. Lord willing, we be of the elect. Ultimately, all Israel gonna receive that inheritance, right? But we want that inheritance as the elect, man, not as the 2/3 that have to come back. We want to be of the elect so we can have those things in perfection and righteousness, and not have no shame, man. We don't want to have no shame. Being like a person like Diddy, he gonna be ashamed in the kingdom. People like Rick Ross, these niggas, ain't no telling what they did behind closed doors, man, to receive or to get to the level that they at. Just imagine how shitty you gonna feel in the kingdom when you had to bend over for a man and let him penetrate you just to get $100 million or 50 million or whatever freaking million. And you had to do this multiple times, because it ain't just a one-time thing when it comes to the devil and the enemy. Imagine how shitty you gonna feel when you lost your patience, you lost your faith, and you went and you stuck your hand out and got the MOTB because you just couldn't go without a meal. You just couldn't go without working, and you just needed your entertainment, whatever it is. Imagine how shitty and shameful and disgraced, disappointed you gonna feel in yourself. Lord willing, that's not us. Lord willing, we of that number that endure to the end. It says, for the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels, and then he shall reward every man according to his works. And that's why the scriptures say this, man. 1 Peter 5:6. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of the Most High, that he may exalt you in due time. All we got to do is stay down, man. Jake always say, stay down till you come up. This is the real stay down till you come up. We taking the low in this world so we may have everything. We losing everything so that we may gain everything. And we ain't really losing nothing. Anything that we lose right now ain't to be compared with what we're going to gain. Yeah, it's a lot right now because we in this low estate, this low level. But what we're going to gain is going to be, man, it's going to be everything. And I'm not talking about just physical, tangible things. I'm talking about everything, man, from being immortal, for being perfect, being, having the spiritual power, understanding the function and the purpose of everything in the earth. That's beauty. That's beautiful right there, man. That's something to look forward to. Not looking forward to some stinking assholes shaking their ass in your face with G-strings on just because you got diamonds and some money in your hand. That shit is vain. We looking forward to new, perfect things. St. John 8:31, it says, then said Yahushua to those Jews which believed on him. If ye continue in my word, then ye are my disciples indeed. and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free, right? And we free from death. We free from, the idea and the way of corruption. We're not perfect, but we seeking to be perfect. We striving for the masteries. So in order to do that, you have to be dead to the world. You cannot be caught up in this world, right? Like the scriptures say, to be a friend of the world is to be an enemy of the Most High, right? If you love this world, that's enmity, which is hatred with the Most High. So you gotta die to this world, or die in it. Yep. Be dead to the world or die in it. All right, and Lord willing, we continue to endure so that we may obtain that everlasting life. All right. And Lord willing, this was edifying. With that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. And the Wadi Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, for giving me the spirit to do this lesson. And with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory again to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, peace, blessings, and safety to those who elect. And DTA Yababa Ball, Kwame Ashala. Until next time, Shabbat Shalom.